Hello, my name is Avantika Pedamallu. And can I be honest? You guys are so annoying and your ideas are terrible and this club is trash. Some of you probably, maybe, felt hurt by what I said. And some of you hopefully caught on pretty quickly that what I just said was a lie. I think that all of you guys are wonderful people and you guys have great ideas and this club is a great opportunity for all of us. However, look how that made you guys feel. And this is the kind of comments you see online every single day. These are the kind of mean comments, hurtful comments people make towards other people online. A huge influence is this mob mentality that we have, especially on social media. It's the idea that we should share the same opinions as the majority because the majority is correct. Instead of being the outsider, we want to share the opinions of the majority. And there's so many articles like Forbes that talk about how our individuality when it comes to social media and the internet is being threatened because of mob mentality. We are not properly thinking for ourselves what we are doing and what opinions we should have. We are always taught to think before we speak. Yet somehow, for most of us, that doesn't apply when we're online or social media. We judge too much, we care too much, and we hate too much when we're online. We take all these news articles and these scandals about people and make so many judgments about them. And sometimes I feel that we forget that whatever you see on social media or those news articles aren't the full story. People have completely different lives. They have different experiences outside of what we see on social media. News articles or scandals or whatever you see may not be the full story, and half the time they are biased. And yet we use those as evidence to dislike a person or hate a person. And we put characteristics and personalities to individuals, famous people, based off of what we see, the vibe we get from them, how we connect to those people. And we determine if they're good or bad without even truly meeting them, without truly having a conversation with them, without understanding who they really are. And I'm not saying that all of you guys have done this, but I want you guys to be aware that people are doing this, and sometimes you may too. In 2016, there was a hashtag, #1 on Twitter, called the Taylor Swift is Over Party. And this was a result of Taylor Swift and Kanye West having a fight. They had beef. And she got intense amount of hate for that. And the comments you see up on the screen are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many more cruel comments that were made about her. And she disappeared for a week. At times like this, when you're reading comments like this about other people, you feel like, do people forget how to sympathize and empathize with others? We're so harsh on people, and we don't accept their flaws. And we have this new trend with this cancel culture. And we decide after a scandal or some flaw that we see of them that we should not support them and we should cancel them and we should talk terrible stuff about them. And whether or not they deserve the hate, two wrongs does not make a right. Whether or not you dislike them or hate them, and it's not correct to dislike them. Other than the people who have been affected by intense amount of hate, I haven't really seen people talk about how wrong this is. Our society somehow finds this acceptable. This is okay to do. And I was wondering why so many people hate. And according to a psychologist, Alison Abrams, people hate for multiple reasons. For example, fear of the other, fear of ourselves, lack of self-compassion, societal and cultural factors, and it fills a void. Fear of the other is the idea that the other group is hurting or threatening the favored or preferred group. Fear of ourselves is the idea that I'm not terrible, you are. The lack of self-compassion is when you don't have any compassion for yourself, so you're not unable to show that to others. You don't love yourself, so you can't show positivity to others. Societal and cultural factors there are many factors. Factors like, let's say you're in a situation where they teach you to hate the enemy, or the mob mentality that I've been talking about before. And for some people, it fills a void. It's a distraction from one's own pain. There are so many reasons why people hate. And hate is a complex emotion with complex and specific reasons. However, when we go online, we see so many of these hate comments, and we can actually relate them to all these reasons that I've said. My parents always nag me and tell me to do things, and they always repeatedly tell me to do particular things so that I become successful, so that I become a good person in the future. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to repeatedly tell you guys as a friend to be aware of what you guys are doing when you're online, to be more in control of your emotions, and to be more in control and understand and evaluate the situation before making a judgment. There's so many people who justify their opinions by saying, oh, it's just an opinion, it's my opinion. It's my right to say whatever I want to say. And that's true. But the thing is, that doesn't make you a good person. That doesn't make you a decent human being. Rather, if you truly dislike a person or hate a person, the best thing you could do is ignore them. That applies in real life or online. Rather than spreading hate and all those negative emotions, just leave them alone, ignore them, and move on. Rather than sitting your butt down and typing those hateful comments, you could be spending that time focusing on yourself, helping others, helping the community. And to answer the question, can I be honest? No, I can't be honest. Not all the time. Neither can you. We need to keep that truth, that honesty, those negative emotions to ourselves and move on. Thank you.